Traders, if you want to succeed at trading, you must really understand yourself, right? We all know trading is a look within, okay? And it really tests many attributes of your personality and your psychology, you know, patience, discipline, amongst many other things. But one of the most important things you must do is identify your own weaknesses. Right? I don't care if you're Warren Buffett or John Smith, right? You will have weaknesses naturally as a human being, as in your traits, right? Your psychology, but also as a trader, right? And some of these are aligned. And what you must do is highlight these weaknesses and create a strategy or plan to overcome them. So stay tuned, guys, because I'm going to show you exactly what one of my weaknesses still is, right? And how I overcome it by adopting a certain strategy. Okay. Also, guys, stay to the end of the vid and I'm going to give you all of my trade ideas for today, like I do every day. So yeah, let's focus on weaknesses. Now, one of my weaknesses, and this is not negative, right? This is what you must do, right? If you're a trader and you don't think you have any weaknesses or you're, impervious to faults, then that's your weakness, right? You all have weaknesses. Warren Buffett has it. I don't care who you are. Now, my weakness, I found out, was letting winners run. Right, and I still struggle with this to this day. All right, so I'm going to show you with this Aussie dollar yen trade how I overcome it. Now, as you can see, I bought Aussie dollar Japanese yen. I shared this in my live stream yesterday. This was my entry, this was my stop loss, and this was my take profit. Now, this was a successful trade, okay, and I took 80 pips out of the market, right? But I also took an additional 80 pips out of the market as well. And I'm going to explain what I did. Okay, because you'll see here, take profit 2 always lets 20% run. Okay, now let's take a look at this on the chart and how this played out. Let me remove this now. I was very happy with this trade. And if you want all of my trade signals, guys, then please come join the VIP Trading Academy. And we've got a great promotion at the moment as well. Now, Aussie dollar yen, right, on the day chart, let's understand the trade first of all, right? Price was in this downtrend. And then we just had sort of some sideways action and then bang, we had a structure break. We started to get higher highs, right? And therefore I was interested in this trade. Okay, I had a conservative target, this 96.50, and you'll understand why when we look at the charts. So yeah, and when we look at the H4 chart, you'll understand why, right? But that was my target, and then I'm going to let 20% run. Okay, so if we drop down to the H4 now, so again, I want you to understand why I do this. And we was on the H4. As you know, guys, I use daily as my direction, and then I use the H4 to enter, guys, right? And basically, price retraced, was in a H4 uptrend, and price retraced into this grey zone. I entered once, and then in this grey zone, I entered another trade. That's a separate vid. That's about building a trade, okay? And that's an interesting vid on its own. We've got some tutorials again in the VIP. So I entered here and here, right? I'm in a buy trade. Now my stop is below here. So my first target is always the next piece of resistance, okay? Because if I'm buying, resistance level in its nature suggests there are sellers, right? So you can see here, sellers were in the market at this level, right? So this was my first target, and I could close 100% of the trade here, right? And I would still be happy with that. But like everyone says, you want to let winners run. Okay, now what I couldn't do was let 100% of the trade run. I would see this level, right? And I'm seeing resistance and I would just want to get out. Okay, and as you can see, that would have been a bit prematurely and we could take more pips out of the market. So knowing my weakness, to combat that, I would just take or close a certain percent of my trade. So as it happens, I a lot of, generally speaking, I close 80% of my trade and let 20% run. Okay, I found this to be kind of my sweet spot psychologically. It really helped me. But it doesn't have to be 80%. You could close 70%, 60%, right? Let 40% run. All right. But this just really helps me psychologically, with the trade. Now, I couldn't let 100% of the trade run, but I could let 20% of the trade run, no problem. I have no problem with that because I've already secured profit. Just makes me feel at ease with the trade. And, we've spoke before about comfort, and it just gives me comfort with my trade. That's what I want. I don't want any, anxiety or feel like there's pressures. And doing this combats my weakness. And also taking profit makes sense to me. If there's a level where there are sellers, take some profit, right? The market could turn at this point and come down and do this, and you'll be sick. You'll be saying, "Oh, I wish I took some profit." How many times have you said that as a trader? All right, so take some profit anyway, right? And then let some profit run. Now, as it happens, right, I managed to take an additional, right? I got out of 48. An additional 80 pips out of this market. I literally just got out here for the remaining 20%. All right, so I've managed to take an extra 80 pips out of this market with 20% of my profit. Okay, so all round, great trade, guys. Really happy with this. And, I just wanted to show you how I created a strategy and plan to overcome my weaknesses. And you must do the same. Identify your weakness, overcome them. All right, guys. So yeah, that was Aussie dollar yen. Great trade. And now stay tuned because we are going to look at all of my trade ideas for today. And before I do, guys, if I could just please ask everyone to, firstly give your opinion of what you think about the Aussie dollar yen trade and also all the trades coming up. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Smash the notification button and smash that like button. It really helps the vid. Also, guys, if you haven't already, please come join our trading community. You can talk to like-minded traders, share knowledge, ideas. So please come join our free Discord channel. It's free. Come join it. Verify yourself. If you want more than that and you want access to my trade signals, you want access to my strategies and tutorials, and you would like direct access to me, as in you can ask me questions, then please come join our VIP Trading Academy. Excuse me. And right now, we have a promotion running. If you sign up with one of our preferred brokers, you can get free access to the VIP Trading Academy. It's a no-brainer. Change your broker. If you don't have a broker, sign up. Right, trades. I am seeing today, and I've literally just got in this trade, right, and put this trade idea in the VIP. I'm looking at euro weakness today, okay? And this euro trade is a real interesting one from a structural point of view. So euro US dollar, I know we've been buying US dollar weakness this week, right? And price has come up and it's actually hit the target I had in mind, right? If you go back to my weekly analysis vid at the start of the week, right, we wanted price to come back up to here, right? It was a bit of a weekly trade. Let's start with the weekly actually, right? It was a bit of a weekly trade, yeah? It was in this weekly uptrend. We had a nice bullish candle and we took price back up to here. But you can see price is hitting this important level, this resistance level. Also, let's take a look at the monthly because you will see we're in a bit of a range, right, between here and here, right? This is, real higher time view, but I just wanted to show that, selling here also is, potentially a good idea and backs up my day trade. So bearing that in mind, if we go back to the day chart now, this is interesting because even with all of this buying pressure, right, we are still in a downtrend. Yeah, so if you just follow the structure of the market, right, we are in a downtrend. And these highs haven't been broken. Yeah, look at the wick on that candle. So these highs haven't been broken and we're getting lower lows still, right? We are in a downtrend, okay? Plus, at these last highs and at this key level of resistance, look at the reaction we got off the back of that Fed news, right? So we are looking to sell this back down to here. We're in a downtrend, real nice bearish candle at a resistance level. What's not to like, right? The only thing I'm a little bit conscious of, we're not below the moving average 20, but we shall see. And then all I've done, guys, is if we drop down to the H4, is we have had a H4 structure break, right? So if we follow H4 structure, right, you almost have to ignore this outlying wick, but it's still with structure. But we are in a downtrend, right? We stopped making higher highs, and now we've broken these lows. We're in a downtrend, okay? We're below the moving average 20, all right? So firmly in a downtrend. Price has retraced to a nice level, right? I actually got in here, and I've started selling, stop loss up here, and I'm looking to take price just back down to this level first of all. If I drag this level across, yeah, you can see, if I tighten that up a little bit, I'm just looking to take price back down to this level. And I've literally just put this trade in the VIP. So Euro US dollar sells for all of those reasons. Remember, your job is to find confluence and reasons to take a trade. The next one, like I said, is looking at Euro weakness today, is EURCAD, right? And this on the weekly, for me, had already started breaking down. And this is a similar scenario to that Euro US dollar day chart, right? But this is on the weekly. So we were in this uptrend, right? And then bang, right? We're getting lower lows, slightly lower highs. We're in a downtrend at this point. Even with all this buying pressure, right, we have not broken this high. In fact, we've started to react at this high. So we are still in a downtrend. Okay. Now, if we drop down to the day chart, we're not in a downtrend, right? We are clearly in an uptrend. Okay. But you can see at these last highs, we've got some real bearish candles. Okay. And what I'm looking for, guys, is price. I'll show you on the H4, there's a level in here. I need a break, and then I'm just going to take price back down to the next piece of support. It's only a conservative target because we're against daily trend here. If you drop to the H4, you can see there's clearly a level here, right? You can clearly see this level is holding. And all I want, right, we're with H4 structure, okay? We've stopped making higher highs, and we're getting quite a bearish reaction. All I want to see is a break of that level. Okay, perhaps a retest, we can start selling and take price down to here. All right, so yeah, Euro, US dollar, Euro, Canadian dollar sells. And also I'm looking at Aussie dollar, Swiss franc. Now this is something I wouldn't normally do, right? So this idea hasn't started well. You don't want to start a trade idea if this is what I wouldn't normally do. But, and why wouldn't I normally do it? Because this candle hasn't finished forming, right? This is still today's candle, right? And if you ignored this candle, right, you are still in a downtrend, right? We was in this, right? We're in a downtrend, okay? But as soon as we break this high, we're in an uptrend. So we're starting to get higher lows, and we've broken this high. Okay, but today, right, we haven't broken that high. Now, go back to real time, we have broken that high, right? But normally I'd wait for this daily candle to finish, but it's such a bullish break, you know. So what I'm looking to do, guys, is just take price back up to this last daily high here. But what I need is a retrace. Okay, if we drop down to the H4, we know we're seeing this Aussie dollar strength. We had it on Aussie dollar yen, euro Aussie dollar, pound Aussie dollar. And all I want, guys, maybe we will, maybe we won't get it, right? But I just want to retrace into value. Here would be really nice. And the moving average 20 catches up. And then we could start buying back up to here. All right, guys. So yeah, those are my trade ideas. Please don't forget to join me for the live stream today, 8 a.m. New York EST time. Get all your questions ready for me. Subscribe and like, and I'll see you later, guys.